What you are about to hear will give you goosebumps. A prophecy made decades ago by the world's most famous seer has just been fulfilled with exact precision, and no one realized it until now. Baba Vanga, the woman who predicted 9/11, the 2004 tsunami, and the COVID-19 pandemic, also made a specific prophecy about the United States and Donald Trump that has just manifested before our very eyes. If you thought prophecies were a thing of the past, get ready to change your mind. Because what you are going to discover today will not only confirm the supernatural power of Baba Vanga, but also reveal what else awaits us according to her visions. Stay until the end, because the last part of this prophecy has not yet come to pass. And once you learn what it is, you won't be able to sleep peacefully. Baba Vanga, whose real name was Vangelia Pandeva Gushtarova, was born in 1911 in North Macedonia, then part of the Ottoman Empire. Her life changed forever at the age of 12 when a tornado swept her away and left her blind. But according to her own account, that tragic event gave her the gift of seeing the future. For more than 50 years, until her death in 1996, Baba Vanga received thousands of visitors in her humble home in Petric, Bulgaria, including presidents, prime ministers, and world celebrities seeking to know their fate. What was extraordinary about Baba Vanga was not only her prophecies, but their terrifying accuracy. It is estimated that 85% of her predictions have come true. She foresaw Stalin's death, the sinking of the Russian nuclear submarine Kursk, the Chernobyl disaster, and even chillingly described the 9/11 attacks decades before they happened, speaking of steel birds crashing into American brothers. But there was one prophecy shrouded in mystery, a prediction about the United States that specifically mentioned a man who would return to power after being expelled, bringing with him division but also an awakening. For years, experts debated the meaning of these cryptic words, unable to fully decipher their message. In 1989, during one of her last documented sessions, Baba Vanga described a disturbing vision about the future of the United States. According to witnesses, the seer spoke of an American leader with hair like the gold of the sun, who would divide his people as Moses divided the sea. She said this man would face great legal storms, and that his enemies would try to cage him like a lion, but that he would return stronger. Like the phoenix from the ashes, the prophecy continued with even more detail. Baba Vanga foresaw that this leader would face 4 different cases in court, and that every time they tried to stop him, his power would grow. She mentioned that the American people would be more divided than ever, but that in that division, a new understanding would be born. For decades, this prophecy remained archived in the records of the Baba Vanga Foundation in Bulgaria, with no one able to fully connect the dots. Some interpreters suggested it referred to various US presidents, but none of the interpretations fit all the elements described by the seer. Everything changed when Donald Trump announced his presidential candidacy in 2015. His golden blonde hair immediately recalled Baba Vanga's description of hair like the gold of the sun. His divisive leadership style perfectly matched the prediction of dividing the people as Moses divided the sea. But some key elements of the prophecy had yet to unfold. The true revelation came when Trump faced multiple legal cases after leaving office. Exactly as Baba Vanga had foretold, there were 4 major cases brought against him, each representing a different legal storm. Critics and the media, indeed, tried to cage him like a lion, using the judicial system to limit his political influence. But here is where the prophecy becomes truly chilling. Baba Vanga had predicted that every attempt to stop this leader would only strengthen him, like the phoenix rising from the ashes. And that is precisely what we have witnessed. Each accusation, each trial, each attempt to curtail his political influence has only resulted in a surge in his popularity and support. The seer also mentioned that this process of legal persecution and resistance would lead to a new understanding among the American people. Many analysts now acknowledge that the legal cases against Trump have sparked a nationwide debate about the political use of the judicial system, raising greater awareness about the importance of fairness and impartial justice. The shocking element of the prophecy was fulfilled when Trump managed to return to the presidency after having been expelled from power. Baba Vanga had seen that this leader would return stronger, and indeed, Trump not only came back but did so with renewed political support and a stronger base than ever. The parallels between Baba Vanga's prophecy and recent events are so precise that it is impossible to attribute them to mere coincidence. The physical description, the specific legal challenges, the exact number of cases, the people's response, and ultimately the return to power, all these elements have manifested exactly as the seer described more than 3 decades ago. But Baba Vanga's prophecy about this American leader does not end here. Her visions included additional elements that have not yet been fully realized. The seer spoke of a time of great revelations following this leader's return, when hidden secrets would come to light and the American people would see the truth that had been concealed. She also mentioned that during this leader's second term, divisions would begin to heal and that a new era of prosperity would come to America. However, she warned of challenges from abroad and tests that would strengthen the resolve of the American people. The accuracy of Baba Vanga's prophecies about Trump and the United States forces us to reconsider our understanding of time and causality. How could a blind woman in a small Bulgarian town see with such clarity events that would unfold decades later on another continent? What does this tell us about the nature of reality and our destiny as humanity? Skeptics may argue that prophecies are retroactively interpreted to fit events, but the specificity of Baba Vanga's visions about Trump makes that explanation insufficient. Documented testimonies of her predictions date back decades before Trump even considered politics, and the precise elements of the prophecy are too exact to be dismissed as coincidence. What makes this prophecy even more remarkable is that Baba Vanga not only foresaw the main events, but also the public reaction and long-term consequences. Her vision of a leader strengthened through adversity, who eventually unites his divided people, reflects a deep understanding of human psychology and political dynamics that goes far beyond superficial prediction. Now that we have witnessed the fulfillment of most of this extraordinary prophecy, we must ask ourselves what else the future holds, according to Baba Vanga's visions. Her predictions for the coming years include revolutionary technological changes, scientific discoveries that will alter our understanding of the universe, and a fundamental transformation in how humanity relates to the world. Baba Vanga's prophecy about Donald Trump and the United States is not just a historical curiosity, but a window into a deeper understanding of how destiny and human will intertwine to shape history. In an increasingly unpredictable world, the visions of this extraordinary woman remind us that perhaps the future is not as uncertain as we believe, and that some truths transcend time and space. If this revelation has impacted you as much as it has us, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you won't miss more analyses of the prophecies that are changing our world. Share this video with someone who needs to know this information, because the truth about our future must be shared. And let us know in the comments which other Baba Vanga prophecies you would like us to investigate. The knowledge of the future is within our reach.